Hello everyone, welcome to part 19 of Laravel 9 series, in which we are creating the multi-vendor e-commerce website and we are updating the vendors module. In the last video we have seen that we are able to update the vendor personal information, and in this video we are going to update the vendor business and shop details. Okay, so it will we are going to update the shop information. Okay, so business information, shop information of the vendor. So see, two things we are going to update. See, we are going to check the table first of all. We have created the table for the vendors few videos back. See, these are the business details. Okay, complete shop information. First thing is we will have the complete shop information from the vendor. Complete shop information. Okay, so like its shop address. Okay, complete address we are going to get from the vendor, and along with that we are going to have that address proof. Okay, so this is very important. See, you can't prove the vendor like this. Okay, we are going to have the address proof of every vendor. See, address proof, like I have shown you, that it can be a passport. Okay, so it can be like driving license, or it can be voting card, or like in India it's Aadhaar card as well. Okay, like in any other country you have your personal identity, your country identity, you can add your own choice. Okay, so these things are required along with the image. Not only this one, the image also required. Image is the proof for these varieties. Okay, so image is also required. So along with that we require business license information if it is having, and GST and PAN as well. GST, PAN, and see anything we require, and also the business license number if the vendor is going to provide business license number, then it's really good. Okay, so we are going to get these details in the personal okay, in the personal sorry, in the business form of the vendor. So we are going to make that form now. See, like we have created the vendor personal form for getting the personal details. Now we are going to work for the vendor business form. Okay, so this one we have not done, so we are going to work for this one. See, we are already having the route ready. We can close the unwanted files. Okay, sidebar also we can close. So here, see, slug will work now. In this slug we will have that business okay, yeah, business, like update vendor details, then slash business. So in the case of business, now this same information we are going to update for the business. Okay, and the details we are going to update for the business as well. So here, first of all, like we have got the details, vendor details from the vendor table. Now we will get the get from the that vendor business table. Okay, which one it is? We are going to open that vendor business details. This one is the vendor business details. So we are going to have that from the vendor business model. We are going to open that model, vendor business detail model. This is the model. So this one we will get the details from here, vendor business detail, and we are going to compare the ID, not ID this time. See, we are going to check what we are having. We are having the vendor ID. We are now going to compare the vendor ID. Okay, we are going to compare the vendor ID with this vendor ID. Okay, to get the business information of the vendor. Okay, so now see, vendor details, we will keep this same vendor details, and now we need to make changes here in update vendor details, and here like we have the personal information. I'm going to copy this one and we'll paste here for business, and we'll make the changes in this one now. Okay, so now we are going to update the update business information of the vendor, in which we are going to update here update vendor details. Here we also business. See, vendor username email is read only, we can keep it like this, and after that we are going to get the complete shop details. Okay, so here See, we are going to replace this one vendor name. Okay, we are going to replace this one with the shop underscore for all. Fine. Okay, so we are going to replace it all with the shop to save the time. We can always do like this. Okay, so here then we are going to add manually, like shop name of the vendor, like shop we are going to add for all. Enter shop name, enter shop address, enter shop city. We need to tell the vendor the specific thing that we want from the vendor. Shop city, enter shop country. See, country, for country we will later on will update it, or we will make it drop down. Okay, enter shop country. After that enter shop pin code, and after that enter shop mobile. Okay, and enter see, here we are going to have that address proof, and after mobile also we are going to have that address proof column. We are going to make the select field for the address proof. Okay, so what I'm going to copy this one and we'll paste it here, and we'll make it address proof. And now we are going to replace this one, and we'll make it for the address proof. So this one is not required. So here I'm going to make it address proof as well, and here we are going to add the select form. Sorry, okay, and then the options will come up here. In select we are going to, first of all we will add the class form control class we are going to have, and after that we will make its name and id. We will make it address proof name and address proof id. And in options we are going to add 4-5 option. You can add as per your own requirement, but right now I'm going to make it like passport. 4-5 option I will add. Voting card, and after that we will add like pen also we can add, and driving lessons also we can add. And lastly, like in India we used to get the Aadhaar card, you can add your own option if you want to add Aadhaar card spelling. We can check on that if any spelling if you think that is not correct. Okay, see, this is the spelling, then that we are going to check it once and it is same. Okay, so after that address proof image. Okay, here we are going to that the vendor is required to add the address proof image scan copy of the address proof. You can give the details as well. Okay, so here I'm going to replace it with the address proof image. Okay, so this one, and also now this time admin images photos, and in photos we can replace these photos and we'll make the new one now proofs. Okay, we can make this separate. We can create here for getting the proofs that id proofs. Okay, public admin images, and here like we are getting the photos of the admin. Here we can get the proofs of the admin as well. For that we can create the separate folder. Okay, so along with that we will create two more fields for getting the GST number and the PAN number, so we can copy any field from the top and can paste it here after getting this one, or we can simply get these details after mobile 1 and 2. And here see also the that we will get these details: GST number, business license number, GST number, and PAN number. Okay, so we are going to get these details here, like business license number. This is the optional fields. You can make it mandatory as well as per your own requirement. See, match it with your okay, with your table column name. Okay, and after that we are going to have that GST number as well as the PAN number. Okay, GST number and PAN number. GST number we are going to add here, and PAN number. Okay, we are going to check the form once. I'm going to refresh here and see they are saying that this model we have not added. So we are going to check it once. See, model has been not added so far, so we will add the model here, vendors business detail. Okay, so now we are going to check once again and see some issue is coming. So we are going to check our form here, that what is the issue. Let us check undefined array key address. Okay, so we are going to check here what is the issue. Update vendor details in line 160. Okay, line 160. Okay, so these details we not able to get the details from the vendor details table. We are going to check it once, that why we are not able to get the details, vendor details. See, we can close this personal and see, yeah, because we have not done this one. Here we are getting the vendor details. Here we can check auth card admin user. Then what is the issue here? We can check it once. We can use TDD here for debugging our code. We need to check that why we are not getting the data here. See, we are getting the data here, shop name, shop address, and everything. So now we can easily compare, like address, shop address. So name is the shop address. So what is the issue is we need to replace this one with the shop. Okay, so this one we have not replaced yet. Okay, so we need to replace this one, like shop address and shop city, shop state, shop country, shop pin code. Mobile will remain the same, and after that for the business license number, this one will remain the same, GST number, and finally PAN number. Now we are going to check it once, and rest of the things seems to be fine. And here also address proof image. Okay, so here also we are going to have the not this one, this condition is wrong. See, now we will get the address proof image from the vendors, like this one, dollar vendor details, then address proof image. Okay, this one we are going to replace it with this one. Okay, fine. Here we are going to have it like this. Now we can check once again. I'm going to refresh. Remove will comment this dd that we have added. For this means dd means for just debugging the code, debug and die. Okay, so let's refresh once again and see. This time we have the complete vendor details, and you can check the shop name, shop address, shop city, all the information that we have added with this seeder in the beginning of this vendors module. We are getting in the form as well. Okay, so complete details we able to get. And see the address proof, we still need to update the address proof, and also we are going to show the address proof whatever we will update, and also the address proof image. Okay, so there is no image so far. We are going to add the image as well, and now we are going to work on that submit form. Okay, and for that we will check first this one, update vendor details, then business information we are updating. Okay, so let's quickly do that. So I will copy that this form, this complete post method that will help us to save our time. Okay, so here you need to make sure that everything will come inside this post method. Okay, you need to indent your code, formatting must be correct. Okay, this must be inside like this. Okay, so now we can simply copy this post method, the data that we will get from the business form. Okay, so we can simply update that data. So we are going to update that data here. See, like we are getting the vendor name, city, mobile. Now we are going to add the condition for the shop. Okay, so we can simply replace it with the shop, and it will save a lot of our time. And also we can add the more information, more shop information that we will get from the vendor. Okay, so we are required to add here if we want to add some mandatory fields that we want to get from the vendor. Okay, so make sure like we also want to make address proof as mandatory. So we are going to do it like this. Address proof we are going to make it mandatory, and along with the address proof we want to make the address proof image as mandatory as well. So we will also make it mandatory here. Here also we are required, and also it must be image. Okay, so like this. And also we can add the validation for image as well as for the required. First one, address proof image. Okay, like first one is for the required. We required this see we will see here like address proof is required, and address proof image is required. Sorry, address proof image is required. And the next one, see, valid image is required, valid address proof image is required. Okay, so I'm going to make it like valid address proof image is required. Okay, so after this validation we are going to update that address proof now. Okay, here, so we are going to update these address proof here. Also the current address proof we are going to check here. Here we are going to replace it with the current address proof. Okay, so here address proof image is fine, and rest of these things seems to be fine. Here we are going to add proofs folder, okay, that we have created earlier. So here see, we are not going to update anything in admins table now, because we will only update in vendors that vendors business table. Okay, vendor business details table, we will just update this one. So we will here write vendor business details table, and also we are going to have that vendor business detail model. Okay, we are going to update in this model. So we are going to compare this time we are going to compare it with the vendor id. Okay, so we are going to match with the vendor id, and vendor id we will get from the vendor id from auth card that is currently active. Okay, so this vendor id we are going to compare with the vendor id that is located in the vendor business details table. I hope that this thing is clear to you. Make sure we are doing the right things. Okay, so now once again, like we are updating the earlier information here, we need to add the shop name. First of all, I'm going to update all like this. Here we are going to make it shop. Now also we are going to update here in the beginning, like shop name, update shop mobile, shop address, shop city, shop state, shop country, shop pin code. Okay, so along with that we are also going to update the address proof and address proof image as well. And after that few more columns, that the business license number, gst pan 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so we can check here. We will update business license number. After that we will update the gst number. After that we are going to update the pan number, and after pan number we are going to update the Aadhaar card, that other sorry address proof. We are going to update address proof and address proof image. Address proof and address proof image we are going to update now. Okay, so now we have having the complete details in address proof image. We are going to save this one image name. Okay, we are already converting it to address. See, we are having this one for updating the address proof image of the vendor. Okay, so now we can check once we are updating the vendor details now. So let's go back to the form, and we are going to refresh the form now, and we'll try to update the form, like shop name. Now this one is not the shop name, we will make it electronics word. Okay, and shop address, anything like the person have the shop address in somewhere in Delhi CP. Okay, and here the city is New Delhi, that is fine. And we will update some other address like Mall Road. Okay, now I am having Shimla. Okay, Shimla, and state is Himachal Pradesh. Some other address I am adding here, India, any pin code, valid pin code, and some other number. Okay, and any business information, GST number we're going to add, and that I think set anything. And address proof, we are going to have the voting card, and address proof image, I'm going to select some image, like I'm going to select some our Laravel videos image. Okay, so click on submit and see the vendor details updated successfully. But here it, yeah, this one shop address updated, city updated, state updated, country updated, pin code, another information seems to be updated, but see, still name not updated. Shop name is still John Singh, so we need to check it once. And also make sure that we will have that shop pin code, shop mobile, See, shop mobile, we can have the shop mobile is different from that mobile. Okay, so we can have in our value different value for the shop mobile, not from the auth guard. So we can replace it with the this one shop mobile. Okay, from the vendor details. And also see, shop name is having the issue because shop name we will not get from the guard. Okay, so we will get the shop name from that array itself that we have generated for getting the shop details. So this one also we will get here like this shop name. So now we are going to check it once again. See, now this time the electronics word is coming. Okay, so now the correct information is coming and other information seems to be added correctly. Now we can update it as well. Shop electronics word HP, anything we can add. Okay, I just want to verify that we are able to update. And any other mobile number, on mobile number don't add it like this 78, we can add it like this. Okay, so mobile number we can add. Now also address proof, we need to select the address proof, but first of all we are going to check the image as well. See, image is also not gone there actually I think. So we are going to check, but first shop name we are going to check. See, now we able to update the shop name, but still it is the HP not come yet. Okay, we are going to check in business details. See, it is still electronics word, so we need to check it once whether where is the issue exactly. Shop name, and we are going to check here. Shop name fine, everything seems to be fine here. Shop name, okay, vendor details, shop name. Then why this one is not updating? Address proof image is required. Okay, I'm going to add one address proof image here once again. And okay, so see here, address proof image is creating issue maybe. See, now it is updating electronics word HP, but here we can see that it is asking for the address proof image every time. So we will not we can't do this like this. Okay, because we will not make this mandatory, because otherwise that vendor is required to add the in see vendor is required to update the other information. So we can make this one address proof as mandatory, and if the vendor will not add its image, then the admin will not approve his account. Okay, so here what we are required to do, we will not make this field as mandatory. So I'm going to remove this one. Only we will keep the uh, their select box as mandatory. Okay, now we can check. Now only other fields we are going to update, and after that I'm going to submit and it will work fine. Okay, so now see, this address proof we are going to show here. So we are going to show it here, and here we will use that. Here we are going to add, we can pick anything here. Address proof if equal to passport, selected. In the same way we will do for all. Okay, so here like passport, here we are going to add the voting card. here we are going to add the pen. Here we are going to add the driver license, and here we are going to add the Aadhaar card. Now it must show, and also we are going to work for the address proof image if it is not working. So, okay, so this time I am going to update the pan. So we're going to check that pan is selected this time. You can see the pan is selected. Okay, so now we are going to check the image. Image is not still updating, so we are going to check whether what is the issue with the image. Here see, we are going to check here in address proof image, address underscore proof underscore image, address underscore proof underscore image. This one is correct. Okay, so input type file, and here we need to check enc type, that is fine, multi-form data. Okay, so it seems to be fine here, and now we need to check it here as well. And here see, issue is here. This the name of the file is the address proof image. Okay, so now we are going to check it this time. Now we are going to update the address proof image. Any image we are going to update, submit, and now we are going to check. See, image has been updated, fine. Okay, so now we able to update the address proof image as well, along with the all other information. We are going to update the business information of the vendor. Okay, so the vendor can able to update the information like this. Okay, so now like this we can able to update the business details of the vendor. In the next video we are going to update the bank details of the vendor as well, and after that we will start working on the e-commerce modules, and admin is going to approve the vendor if the complete information of the vendor is available. Okay, and then the vendor is able to add the products and other information. But we need to work on the e-commerce modules. We need to work on the sections, categories, and all other modules like we have done in the advanced e-commerce series, the last series that we have done in Laravel 8. Okay, and if you have not yet followed that series, then please watch that series, so that many of your points will get clear. Okay, so that you can able to make the simple e-commerce website. So we have the series in Laravel 5, right from the Laravel 5 we have having the e-commerce series, basic e-commerce series, advanced e-commerce series, basic e-commerce website in Laravel 5, 6. Okay, then the advanced e-commerce website in 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's really helpful if you are going to watch those videos, those series. Okay, then that's all for now. Have a nice time.